Park because their girls track team had some of the best sprinters in the state. And I always was like, oh, those Morgan Park girls. So, the Morgan Park girls, you guys better bring it. Let's give them a round of applause as they come out.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a police officer. Back in my day, they were seen as heroes, and that's exactly what I wanted to be. I took an oath to serve and to protect my city, but every kid in it hates me. I don't understand. I'm only trying to help.
Idea, this bullet was meant for me. Channel 7 News saw me as no child, even though I was unable to see 18. I was only 17 years old when 16 permanent holes pierced my unarmed body, and they tried to justify it with the absence of my past. Trying to cover up the bloody truth with a couple of edits while I lay in this dark body bag. How was my protector the reason I was unable to see 18?
I love kids so much, but the violence is getting out of hand and needs to be stopped. The peace needs to be increased in our communities. If not, the generations to come will suffer horribly. Come together now and take action.
Cue the video. We even added new curriculum to our English and history classes that not only teaches students about the history of peaceful protest, but also encourages students to spread peace within their own community.
In the future, we would like to continue the Peace Fest, but also include different elements to our festivities, such as a peace march, host a basketball football game with unlikely allies. Our goal is to further the peace in our community. We have Straight from the Ghost t-shirts, which display Chicago as a positive way, which is why we brand the event after it.
One of our biggest struggles during the creation of the Peace Fest was trying to get people to actually come out, attend, and support our cause. We reached out to the Beverly Review, which is a local popular newspaper, and they did a story on the event. But in the future, our goal is to reach out to more not-for-profit organizations and clubs to ensure that the Peace Fest is sustainable and continues to grow each year. Supporters will be able to buy Straight from the Goat t-shirts, and a percentage of the profits made will be donated to non-violence and violence awareness organizations. Let's come together and show the world that all great things can come straight from the goat.
importance of that.
How hard was it for you to put the peace rally together? What went into putting that together?
It was very difficult. I was in charge of like getting people to perform and speak and stuff like that. And some students, they said that they would do it, and like at the last minute they pulled out. So I had to go and look for other students. So it was kind of like I had to take people's words. So it was very difficult. But with the help from all of my teammates and their connections, we made it work.
On the other hand, we had some technical difficulties. The camera died on us halfway through, and a couple of us had to use our cell phones in order to record the rest of the Peace Fest.
What did you learn about yourselves through this process? Maybe one or two of you. Share something you didn't know about yourself that you now know, having gone through this.
Well, I learned that I'm very good working with groups. Usually I like to work alone and be on my own because I think I can get things done faster. But I've learned working with these people that when you work in a team, everything can get done in a better way. Especially with who I'm working with now, like I love these people. Like they are so like when it's time to get something done, it's time to get something done. And teamwork really does make the dream work. Like we as a team, as a unit, just had like this pushing and just had everything ready and just done. And I learned that teamwork is actually very, very good for things like that.
One thing that I learned, I'm always like ahead of stuff, so I pull myself back and I learned to like let other people get a chance to, step up and actually do something. So yeah, like she said, it's all about teamwork.
Last question, when it comes to just what you learned, was there anything that you learned from both the young and the old on their perspectives, since you said you did documentary, on violence? Is there anything that surprised you that was a commonality between the youth and maybe the elders in your community?
I can take this question. It was a lot of common ground between the young and the old when we had our Peace Fest. Everyone seemed to be in agreement in what were the primary issues in our community, and everyone had similar ideas on how to fix them.
Just really quickly, it says kind of in your scripts that you use like Twitter and Instagram to reach out to people, but I can't find your information anywhere. Would you mind just like sharing your Twitter handle and like Instagram and so
Well, with Straight from the Go, the shirts that we have on, we have many different pictures of people wearing the shirts because we also sold shirts for the event, so that's like their way of supporting us in one aspect too. And we, on all of our personal Twitters and Instagram, we promoted the event by putting a flyer up as well.
Would you mind just sharing your Twitter handle?
Oh, Straight from the Go, one word on Instagram, yes,
Okay.
and Facebook.
One last question.
Yeah, so I just want to point out that shirt goes great with the J's you got. That's great built. For all of you in the room. So one of the big things that you have with a big event is you get everybody hyped, you get everybody going, and then all of a sudden the day after it appears. What is your challenges, or what do you foresee after this festival or this fest going forward to keep that message going on and keep resonating, keep enabling that conversation to happen?
Well, aside from the Peace Fest, we also incorporated this into our curriculum for next year. So next year we will be teaching about Peace Fest, significant peace figures in our curriculum, history and English, so we can show the children, we can show our peers that it starts with them as well, and hopefully it'll encourage them to
Most of us here are going to still be in high school for like maybe 2 years, so I feel like we can just become just a committee or a group that can keep the Peace Fest going and get other people to join, and so that would keep it going.
And also we're going to be in the Memorial Day Parade locally in our neighborhood, in our community, and we're going to bring in our basketball team and a lot of supporters, so that'll help us.
Let's give them a round of applause.